And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarter.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On play action, McCarthy. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But
and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action. Now McCarthy. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
In motion right, that's Wilson. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action. It hurts.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here now, a third down and 8.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the gun, it's Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Vikings 10. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll go to gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. Now a design run with Jefferson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is McCarthy. This is caught by Addison.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Now they'll audible to something else. Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
McCarthy off the play fake.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
In motion right is Wilson. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And a completion to Wilson.
Room past the 35.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted.
Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And again, it's Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out.
And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
They'll come up now on second down.
Again, it's Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
They'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not